What's going on, everyone? Welcome. We are back Sunday AMA time with a couple topics we can discuss. So, do a quick roll call so we don't forget about it because I always end up forgetting. But we got Ogre, MGTOW, J Mining, Budweiser. What's going on? I hope you guys, hopefully it worked good that time. Dan Ruggs Vegas. Why are you rugging Vegas, man? Those poor casinos. We got Sling Buzz in the house. What's going on, Sling Buzz? What's happening? Rud Putz. I don't know if that one worked either, but hopefully it did. Andres 23007 scrolling through. Skirm's in the house. Scrolling. What do we got here? Andre, okay, said that. Milfstick, what's happening? Frank V. Zagatti, Sadi sometimes. BC, what's happening, BC? How's the mountains over there? Who has good deals on the X5? Nobody. Because I don't know. Check out Miner Bros, guys. Link in the description. Be sure to head over to Miner Bros for all your ASIC needs. But make sure you use my code first, Rabid, and also the link, because you have to use the link or the code won't work by itself. But regardless, I don't know. They're all sold out anywhere, so it's really hard to tell, which one's which. You're not going to be able to get them right now. I have been keeping an eye on them because I'm actually kind of considering maybe another one, but I'm up in the air. I don't know. We have to wait and see what happens. Budweiser, FC Levels, FA. Yep, Skirm. Okay, let's keep going on with this roll call. Seb Chapass, what's going on? John Franquist Aubin, what's happening? What is that? Tonto Bong Ronto. Tonto Bong Ronto. That's almost like a tongue twister trying to say that fast. Oh, it just jumped on me. I was at let's go Kaspa Doji INU 3.0. Oh my gosh, that's like a new fork from craziness happening there. Tonto Bong, he said that. Mark Jur, Ogre MGTOW. I just like saying that name, so I had to say it again. BLR. What's happening, everyone? How you guys all doing? So, X5 for Zeph? No, it doesn't work. That's the issue. That's the major issue right now, is it doesn't work currently for Zeph, but it does look like, mining QRL is more profitable than Zeph is right now. The only problem with QRL is I don't know if it's really going to do anything anymore. Let's just look at the quick price of QRL right now, actually. So let's just go QRL price, coin, market cap here. Have a quick peek at QRL if it pops up. Quantum resistant ledger. Zoom out a little bit here, and it's up, down. But look at the all. So the last spike on this coin was back in 2018. So this is where things could happen. Like, this didn't even really spike. It did see an increase in the last bull run here of 2021 in May, but 2018 was where it had its time, and it hasn't really done anything since. So we are seeing a little bit of blobs, ups and downs and stuff right now, but it's, that's the big issue. But the thing is, there's not much hash rate. Just because the coin doesn't look like it's doing good right now, it's still profitable with an X5. It's making more than Zeph is right now. Even though the coin, price-wise and history, looks like garbage, it's still making more than Zeph is right now mining it. So it doesn't mean you can't just mine that coin and then swap it into Zeph or something else, because it can't mine it anyway in the first place. Plus, if you were mining that and swapping it, you'd be making more Zeph anyway in the first place. I haven't sold any yet, but I plan on probably, if Zeph takes a decent dip here, I'm going to be swapping that into that potentially. Never know. This thing could surprise us and all of a sudden explode and be like, oh, well, that was a mistake. We have no idea what's going to happen with crypto. By the way, guys, we have 99 viewers and 31 likes. Hit that like button, guys. We have 105 viewers, 31 likes. Keep hitting that like button. XMR crash. It's being delisted on OKX. What? Okay, what's OKX? I don't even know what it is. A lot of people privacy coins are hard. It's really hard to get good listings with privacy coins because obviously centralized exchanges, most of them ask for KYC, and then that kind of eliminates the privacy aspect. That was another big thing with Epic Cash. I was talking to them. They were supposed to be getting listed on MEXC, and then it sounds like now that it actually got rejected, or they can't do it because it's a privacy coin. So that's a lot. There's a lot of issues going on with privacy. That's another reason why we saw Dynex. Dynex actually used to be a privacy proof of useful work coin. Now they got rid of the privacy aspect so that they could list themselves on other exchanges. So they compromised the privacy aspect to get listed on bigger exchanges. Monero, you know, it's the set in stone privacy coin of the world. They're never going to compromise. And that's why we're not going to see stuff happening on, well, actually XMR was on, they're on Binance and stuff, aren't they? You know, it's up to you how you want to trade it, I guess. You can remove the privacy aspect. You know, it'll be a bunch of question marks when you send it to Binance, but they'll see what happens once people remove X amount, you know, if they swap to a different coin or something. Regardless, you know, it's really hard to get listed in places if you have your, you know, privacy coin and stuff. So what it was, Jockwick Miner UK, sell your lithium. RPM just spotted huge whale with FPGA farm. Yeah, that's what we wanted to talk about. It's not a huge whale. That's actually, I think that's Superscaler's mining farm. So that's this guy right here. So we probably got the same inside tip. I got this screenshot this morning. Is this the one Panda showed? He probably showed the same one, didn't he? I'm assuming it's probably the same thing. So this is actually, as you can see, this is the Superscaler K10s. Looking at the hash rate here, we can jump into, let's just go to FPGAs here and just kind of look at the Superscaler. No, I want FPGAs. Superscaler K10, Alephium. Yeah, so about 46 gigahash is what the K10 does do on this. And looking at this, yeah, we're in that range. So this sounds like it's Superscaler pulling a Bitmain. Now, are they artificially pumping the coin as well to sell miners? They're not listed on their website. They're all sold out, but maybe because they're currently pre-mining on them or something. I don't know. We're not right. You know, I'm trying to get my hands on one of these because these things are pretty beastly in the FPGA world. So this is FPGAs. This does seem like a Superscaler K10 mining farm, pre-mine, test site, something. But yeah, and it looks like it's all happening on Hero Miners. If we actually go into Hero Miners here, we can see that 175 terahash is all on Hero Miners, 82% of the hash rate. And if you last week sometime, Hero Miners did announce a partnership with Superscaler. So it only makes sense that this is a Superscaler mining farm, test farm, pre-mine farm type of thing. Now, the other big issue, which I guess we're jumping into this a little early from that comment there, is, now, we've been talking about this earlier, but because of Alephium, now I know a lot of miners are like, yes, awesome, Alephium's pumping. You know, you might have a lot of coins. You're probably making a lot of money right now, but getting into it right now, obviously the hash rate is exploding, and now you're competing with these Superscalers and stuff. Your yields are way down. This could put in a fast track for ASICs. Yes, I said the word. Now, remember, we've been talking about this for a while. Nexa, Radiant, Alephium, all these coins are going to be moving over to FPGA/ASICs here in the future. It's just a matter of time. Now, seeing price performance like this happening right now, it could put a fast track on that, and that means we're going to see ASICs probably hitting Alephium and, you know, maybe within 3 to 5 months. It's hard to say. We have no idea. Maybe Ice River already has a working test model, or they're still working on it. They are working on looking at other coins. And now that we know that something like Ice River is legit, what they did with Kaspa, we can say, if they say they have like a Alephium miner or a Radiant KS, you know, a RX1 or an RX1 Pro Plus, and, you know, a Alephium AL1, or, you know, if they start releasing any type of miner, we know they're a legit company. So this is probably where I would expect the first ASICs to possibly come from, is out of maybe Ice River, because they did say they're working on other coins, and it only makes sense that it could be something like Alephium or Radiant or something like that. So we just have to wait and see, but I do think this early price pump could hurt the coin for GPU miners long term and just fast track that type of thing here. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but, you know, just be ready. Be ready. We could see some ASICs smashing out Alephium very soon, now that we got the Superscaler K10 mining farm engaging it. What do we got here? Yes, privacy coins not liked. Yeah, not liked at all. Build your RXD bank. Say Frank Zagatti. Yeah, build them quick, because pretty soon RXD is going to be smashed. It already has ASICs on it, but they're still not 100% tweaked. They are still trying to tweak them and make them better. And then eventually, you know, if we see a big pump on RXD, that'll fast track that as well. ASIC companies will see money, and then people will FOMO the crap out of it. So, like, I do expect a lot of these GPU algorithms, which are currently very profitable right now, minus kapow and stuff, they will get slammed with ASICs eventually, and you're gonna have to remove those right from bull run type of, you know, if that's your hope. Like say you're expecting, all right, Alephium and Radians are gonna pump, they're gonna be awesome, bull run's gonna be extremely profitable on a GPU. You should probably eliminate those coins from your predictions, because we might not be able to mine them by the time the bull run even gets here. So keep that in mind, guys. But again, you know, it might not happen. Viper Pool does have a pool in testnet. Hopefully once another quality pool comes up, miners will decentralize hash a bit more. Yeah, very true. Viper is working on their testnet for Alephium. But remember, it's as much as, you know, we hope that'll happen. You know, a lot of people love Viper Pool, myself included. It's hard to compete with a partnership. That's like Dogecoin pool partnering with Bitmain. You know, they have their own amp pool and stuff, you know, obviously. But that's like them partnering with this and saying, all right, we can tweak your miners and you can get a little better hash here. It's almost like it's rigged. Like, as you can see here, look at the hash rate difference. Like there's only 30% that's can merge onto another pool in theory, because this is all probably coming from a very low amount. We can actually go look at that right now and see, you know, what are the top miners. Here's the top 10 miners. So we got 11 terahash alone on one wallet address. This must be Superscaler right here. Let's just zoom in there. You can see this. So this is probably them right there. 11.3 terahash. Now what's the other pools? So half of Wooly Pooly. Wooly Pooly's in second place. One wallet address on Hero Miners is over half of the second place pool alone. And then we do have, it does look like there are a couple other wallet addresses here at 9 terahash, 7, 3, and then it kind of trickles down the list. But obviously this one right here is probably that big guy right there, just rocking around those Superscalers right there. And what are those making right now? Based on this, oh wow. So I didn't even pay attention. So I'm looking at this, the profitability. Oh, 13 cents. Oh, well, you know, that's okay. That's not too bad. But then I realized I'm sitting at 18 cents power right now. I put my power cost here at 18 cents. What the heck is that at 11 cent power where it would be for me? Okay, these things are making about $16 a day right now. That's pretty crazy. That's actually more than, let's take a look at some Kaspa ASICs. ASIC miner value. What are the Kaspa ASICs making? Like obviously not the KS3s, but the KS2s and stuff. KS3M is 46. What is the KS2? 15. So this is making a bit more than a KS2 is right now. Now this is non-overclocked. Also, overclocked is using about the same amount of power, so it'll probably be pretty close. Probably around $18, $19 a day overclocking to KS2 currently on Kaspa. But it's probably, and they're probably using about the same amount of power. I do believe the Superscaler is like 1900 watts. 19 is what they say. I'm not 100% sure. I am trying to get my hands on one though, but we'll see what happens. What's making more than the KS2? Quite a few things, actually. Actually, not anymore. The X5, the Bitmain X5, most of the time it's making more than a KS2. Also, when it's mining QVL. Now, right now, I think it's down. I did see a hash rate spike happen on it. I'm going to have another look here. What's it looking like? Let's go into, let's see what this is. What are we getting right now? Okay, it's down to $9 now. Yeah, we saw it's only doing an estimated 145. So we're probably around $18 because this is only about half the hash rate based on the current. So we're going to have to wait here a little bit. But I do think that overall the X5, the Bitmain X5 Random X miner is currently making more than a KS2 as well. And it's only using 1300 watts. So a KS2 is using, I can't remember, it's an extra 500 to 800 watts when it's overclocked. So this is using less power and it's probably making a bit more as well. So we'll see what happens. We don't know. It'll be interesting. I have to wait till that actually peaks its hash rate back up. Looks like the difficulty adjusted pretty high on that situation. I wish it showed the overclocks of that website. Yeah, for sure. You know what? That's why I have my spreadsheet here. We can look up anything. Anything. Let's just have a look here. So let's take a look. So we are now in January. Yeah. So that's one thing I wanted to look at as well here. I was going to mention, get ready, guys. Kaspa reward drop is happening tomorrow. Usually it's around the 8th. Well, it already happened. It happened yesterday. It happened pretty early this time. So we can see right here January 6th of 2024, the block reward dropped. So that's why our rewards dropped. If I come into my dashboard here, we can see I'm down to only 5. Look at this. This is 6.5 terahash. 6.7 terahash, the average 24 hours. 6.78 terahash on Kaspa right now is only getting 579 coins. That's about $62 a day. This is, well, you can see what I got running here. 2 KS2s overclocked. One's overclocked. One didn't take. The KS1 is overclocked, and 3 KS0s. 2 of them are overclocked. One isn't. So, you know, look at the hardware we got now. Now, remember, a single KS0, when it first came out, was making 1,500 coins, 1,000 more coins than what frickin' almost 7 terahash is getting us right now. The yields have dropped so much. Now, again, it's still making over $62 a day right now, definitely covering its power costs, and we have no idea what this coin is going to hit moving into the bull run. So we're 100% spec mining this coin. We don't know if it's actually going to explode or not. You know, obviously it has a hype train behind it. A lot of people think it's the next Bitcoin. A lot of coins always thought they were the next Bitcoin, and some of them have died off. Will Kaspa die off? Probably not, but we can't, you know, I'm a miner. I don't care what a coin really does. I mine what's profitable. Honestly, if Kaspa starts to die, it wouldn't bother me. These are ROI now. I just shut them off. They're e-waste, and then I look for something else to mine. That's just the way we have to react as miners. So right now it's making money, yes. In the future, you know, hopefully it makes a lot more when Kaspa pumps, but, you know, maybe it won't pump. We don't know. We have no idea. Every coin claims they're the next best thing, and a lot of them just tend to die anyway. But, you know, Kaspa is doing their very fast blockchain. They are doing stuff. Things are going to be interesting for sure, but we can't guarantee anything. You cannot guarantee that this is going to be the next best thing or not. We have no idea. So just keep that, you know, just don't listen to all the hype you see everywhere. We have no idea what it's going to do. Solo Kaspa, I tried that. I went to Cedric's pool because no one else was on it, and Cedric's a good coder. He's helped me out with lots of things, and I went and tried his pool for 24 hours, so technically I was solo mining. I only found one block, and that block was at like 900% luck. It sucked. Oh, it was horrible. And then I got to like 150%, and then that was about a day, and then I went back to the normal pool. So yeah, that's that. It sucked. You know, yeah, I see a lot of people when they solo mine Kaspa, they're hitting like 1,000%, and it's a common thing because the block, like it's 1 second block. So I think it'll be better for solo once they get to the 10 blocks per second. That's the big reason why Duro, and that's an interesting thing too. Duro is a very fast blockchain as well. Everyone's talking about all this Kaspa stuff, but people seem to forget Duro, which is a privacy coin. It's CPU mineable. It does have a GPU miner available now. CPUs still are a bit better, but it's a very fast blockchain as well. It's not 1 block per second. It's like 1.6 blocks per second, but it's also a privacy coin. It's currently only at like $2 or $3. Last bull run, it did see a price pump up to $23. So that's another coin that we should be talking about as well. If you really want to talk about fast blockchains and stuff, Duro is a fast privacy blockchain. So yeah, interesting. What do we got here? Best pool for BTC ASIC. I don't know. I don't have BTC ASIC. I'm a home miner. Home miners don't mine Bitcoin. No, I'm just lying. Some do, but you know, the ones that do have very cheap power. Myself, this is how I look at it. You know, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know what I'm about to say probably. If you're new to the channel, I look at profit per watt, which means per watt of power, I'm trying to maximize the amount I can get. When it comes to Bitcoin mining, that is one of the worst choices you could do. Yeah, Bitcoin might pump. We could see a couple days, you know, just like pre-15, 59 Ethereum in the next bull run. It gets busy. They got ordinals now. Yeah, it's going to be some massive block. But all mining farms, you're competing with people with 1 to 3 cent power. Huge mining farms. And you're a home miner. I'm at 11 cent power, and people yell at me saying that's not right because we're at 18 cent power, 25 cent power. Home miners, majority, have a lot have expensive power. They also live in apartment buildings. Not everyone lives on a farm. Not everyone lives out in the country. A lot of people live in cities and apartments and small spaces. You need things that are efficient. You need things that are quiet. So, we're trying to cater to the majority of people. But yeah, if you have cheap power and you don't really care and you want Bitcoin, obviously get a Bitcoin miner. But if you really want to maximize performance, technically right now you could be better off mining with an L7. You're going to be making more for the same amount or even less power, depending on the Bitcoin miner you get. And then you can just convert that to Bitcoin, getting more Bitcoin than a damn Bitcoin miner. My CPU mining farm is making more than the best Bitcoin miner ever put out. And probably for the next 4 years, the next 2 models that they release, I'm still going to be making more because the Bitcoin hash rate is making more. That's if I wanted Bitcoin. Now, I don't want Bitcoin. Yes, it's probably the safest guaranteed coin to have. It's going to go up. It's pretty much a guarantee, even though you never guarantee anything, but it's going to go up the least amount. As hard as that is to believe, yes, it's not going to see the pumps like altcoins. Now, that's more of a gamble. Will the altcoin you're holding actually pump? Will it pump to the levels you want? We have no idea. Bitcoin will go up, yes. Will an altcoin go up? Hopefully, and hopefully it goes up a lot more. But I'm more in the higher risk. I'm doing the more higher risk gambling per take, not the safe route where I just put everything in Bitcoin and talk about Bitcoin. That's all I care about is Bitcoin. I don't care about Bitcoin. I care about mining profits, and that's what I do here on the channel. And Bitcoin miners is not where it's at. Even though they are profitable for a lot of people, you're just not making as much as you should for the amount of power that they use. So that's just me. My 2 cents. But, I'm not trying to put you off mining Bitcoin. If you want Bitcoin, you want a Bitcoin miner. Obviously, it's the largest blockchain in the world. It's the main blockchain. And, huge farms are major Bitcoin farms. But that's just fine. They also got cheap power. It seems the older alts are lagging versus newer alts. That's true. I noticed that too, actually. The newer, but it seems like it's interesting because I know there's a lot of push on AI. It seems like these days, all you got to do now is fork a coin, slap AI onto it, and you got a winner, at least for a couple weeks, and then it dies. But, it does seem like a lot of the newer forks and stuff, yes, are for sure. They seem to be taking off more. Now, has anyone been watching Ravencoin lately? Oh, here's the Alephium price. I thought it's at all-time highs. I totally forgot about putting this. But let's look at, I haven't even been following Raven, really. It's Kapow. I don't really follow Kapow coins. Yeah, there's Nuri and all these other coins. And Kapow is probably the best choice for a GPU miner for stability moving into this next bull market. That way you don't really have to worry about ASICs. Now, it doesn't mean an ASIC won't come. It is possible, and I also feel, I said this, I think it was last week, the more coins that keep forking Kapow, unless it's Bitmain, you don't got to worry, I feel that there might be higher interest for some manufacturer to maybe try to design it. Now, yes, you could just swap over, change rotations, probably do some things to easily tweak out an ASIC at that, because Kapow does use, I think it's 4 or 5 little mini algorithms. Now, they are very close together, within 1 mega hash. So you don't really notice it, but I did notice that a while ago where you will see slight power fluctuations and you will see slight hash rate differences. And that just led me to believe, just like, Ghost Rider is 20, but you can see big jumps in hash rate and power between that one. But Kapow is very close together. So I do think there's small changes happening every X amount of blocks on Kapow, and that's what is keeping it ASIC resistant. But if an ASIC manufacturer, all they got to really do is, figure out which ones are actually being used, put together whatever type of hardware they need, throw out all the garbage that they don't need to maximize those X amount, and bam, you got yourself an ASIC for Kapow. It is possible, but it just costs a lot more to make and invest in, and then it comes down to it. Now, with more and more and more coins keep forking Kapow, I feel that could just lead to maybe, and especially if they start doing good, that could cause a manufacturer to be like, you know what? This might actually be worth looking into. Now we're going to do it. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. I still think Kapow on the GPU side and ProgPow is the safest algorithms out there currently, just due to the fact that it costs so much to design something for that. But anyway, let's look at Ravencoin here just for a quick second to see. Any info on the new Carlson algo? I am not sure. Last I heard, they're trying to do something kind of like fish hash. So I don't know what it's going to be, but yeah, the Carlson algo will be interesting for sure. They are at least for sure saying they're going to try and keep a GPU forever, so that's a bonus for everybody out there. On top, not just a bonus, a nice efficient algorithm. Now, obviously, it's going to come down to the price of Carlson. Is it going to do very good or not? I've been keeping my 4090 when I'm not gaming, live streaming, or anything on Carlson. Everyone's moving to Pyrin and all these other coins that hashrate.no say is better, but for some reason, you know, I'm a horrible trader. I have bad. I don't even know what that word is. What's that word where you have like the feeling, you just know? Intuition. I have bad intuition, but so don't do what I do. But you know, I kept my 4090 on it the entire time because, you know, ever since they started, like day one, it sounded like they were like trying to put in the work. They're looking for listings. They're trying to upgrade the algo. They're trying to do this. But it seems interesting. They probably should have just worked on the coin, tweaked out the algo, and then released it, instead of just releasing the coin and then doing all this. But whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. I've been holding on to it, and hopefully, you know, I get a nice pump here, and I'm curious. I'm going to be tracking it. I'm curious if Carlson could ROI the 4090 on a price pump moving forward. So anyway, I'm looking at Ravencoin right now. Let's just see what it's been. Yeah, past 1 year, we're down. We're down. Here's the all-time high. What did it hit? It hit 2020. Oh, this is interesting. January, February, March, April. So look at this. Raven actually pumped in April of 2021. Remember we looked yesterday about Bitcoin? I say altcoins, we never know when they're going to hit their all-time highs. This was April. Bitcoin's all-time high was in November. Look how much before, like Bitcoin was way over here. Probably one of these spikes in here. Nope. This one. Right about here. This was Bitcoin's all-time high. Right? This area right here. So look at the peak of Ravencoin. That's why I'm saying, guys, if you see, so how many days does this take? So this is January. So oh, wow, that's a pretty long pump, actually. From January 28th, 2021, it shot up. And it took a month. But look at that. That was a month of solid green. And then, you know, April, it finally hit the peak. So you know what? I'd be happy selling right in this area here. You know, in this area would be okay. You probably would have got a dip, and then, you know, we don't know how it actually would have played out. We don't know how it's going to play out in the future. But now that we can look in the back, we're like, oh, I wish I could have sold it about here, and then, or yeah, sold about here, bought in about right here. You know, I would have been rich. Well, we don't know how this is going to work. You know, if you're seeing the volume, that's why I always say, if you see your coin pumping, like this was a 1 month straight up spike, that's insane. But if you see your coin pumping for about 2 or 3 weeks, solid green days, just going in a way, you cannot sell at the top. If you're trying to sell it right here, it's impossible. You're never going to do it because there's no more volume at that point. If you try to sell it here, it's just going to go down from there, and you're going to lose it, and you're going to be holding your bag up until all through all this sad times and days and no profit anywhere, and it's just bad times. Sad people that bought up here. But there's no volume here to sell your coin. That's why you want to, you know, give it 2-3 weeks of pump time. Then you're like, okay, we're probably hitting an all-time high here, or keep going up past the all-time high. And then eventually you're going to want to try to dump it. You don't know when the peak is going to be. So you want around 70 to 80%, hopefully, because the volume is coming in like crazy, and you'll easily be able to do like either a market sell or a limit sell, get liquidated. It doesn't matter at this point. If you sold here, you're probably laughing and you don't care. Right? And then you probably, if you're lucky, you bought back in around any of these times here. You know, actually just a couple months ago would be your best time. Hopefully this happens again. But you kind of see my point here. You're never going to be able to sell at the top because there's no volume anymore. It's going down at that point. So just be ready for these things to happen. If you see your coin really exploding. Now, that's the other thing I'm wondering about lithium. Now, I think it's too early to see any all-time highs. I can't remember the coin. I want to find it. But like I mentioned yesterday, some coins hit their all-time highs the previous year. So in this time frame, 2021 was Bitcoin's major bull run, the all-time highs. Some coins hit their all-time high in 2020. Now, what if a lithium hits its all-time high this year? What if it spikes like we just saw here? What if the next month is solid green days, everyone's pumping it up, and now you're like, oh, I can't wait till the bull run. I can't wait till the bull run. What if it just had its bull run and you missed it? That's why I'm always saying, pay attention to your coin. If you see massive spikes happening, it's okay to take profits, even if it's half, and then you want to wait and maybe it goes higher, or maybe, you know, it never returns again. We don't know. But just keep that in the back of your mind, guys, that there will be coins hitting their all-time highs this year. I doubt it's going to be Alephium. There is a lot of hype behind it, but we just don't know. It's very interesting stuff happening. How about Vertcoin? I don't know. Let's take a look at Vertcoin. I don't think it's really... Oh, let's look at the price. I don't think it's really done anything for a long time. Has it? Let's find out. Vertcoin. Vertcoin price. Oh. Okay, when was this? 2017. Yeah, so 2017, it didn't really... Here's 2021. It did see a spike, but sadly not as good as it did in 2017. So this is another coin that's been dying. It doesn't mean that it won't, you know, doesn't mean next year it comes back and beats this one. You know, anything is possible, but it looks like Vertcoin is on a downhill slump, and it's still going downhill from that. Who knows? You never know, guys. So gambles, throw $1,000 in here and it turns into, what is that? And it hits over $8 from 4 cents. That'd be pretty darn sweet. You know, I'd be happy with that. But I'd be very careful. Who knows? Massive gamble, but you know, maybe it's worth a little bit of risk. Who knows? Alephium rumor is Bitmain ASIC. Oh, for real? Bitmain? I don't know if Bitmain, maybe it's possible. I think we'd see something from Ice River before we see Bitmain doing something on these other coins like Radiant and Alephium. But you never know. You never know. Maybe Bitmain is having something, or maybe, for all we know, Ice River is a shell company of Bitmain. I have no idea. Don't you think the naming schemes and everything looks pretty close, and their hash rates are fairly close, and maybe Ice River is just another way Bitmain can get rid of crappier chips than they just use their best chips for Bitmain, throw the next best chips into Ice. They're probably separate companies. They're a lot more talkative, but it's just interesting how they named everything coming out of Kaspa, or Bitmain just did that to spike Kaspa or Ice River in general. But you never know if they come out with one. But I do feel now Alephium, they never mentioned anything about trying to say GPU only or anything. So I do expect an ASIC to hit. And the same thing for Radiant stuff. That's why if you're going, oh, Alephium's pumping, I'm going to go buy $20,000 worth of GPUs, expect an ASIC to probably make your GPU purchase garbage. Just keep that in mind. You know, obviously you got other coins, but yeah. Yeah, so there's all that stuff. What else did I want to look at? Oh, okay, yeah, let's kind of talk about we didn't even talk about the Bitcoin ETF. So here's this right here. So as of yesterday, this was, I guess, the latest news yesterday morning. So it's been a little over 24 hours. And here I put perfect platform for misinformation and a fake pump. But anyway, Watcher Guru says BlackRock expects its spot Bitcoin ETF to be approved on Wednesday. And Fox Business reports. That's why I say, you know, you guys all know about Fox News and everything. They're just whatever. So what do you guys think is going to happen? Now, we've seen 2 or 3 fake announcements already. Well, I was going to say this year, but I guess it was last year now because we just hit this year of it happening. We saw Bitcoin price, you know, spike. And then like within couple hours, they said, oh, no, it's fake. It drops. Now, I feel that's more manipulation than anything else. I also feel a Bitcoin ETF, as much as a lot of people are like, oh, this is awesome, great, awesome. You know, I feel this is 100% BlackRock manipulating the entire crypto industry is how I feel this whole ETF is. Maybe I'm wrong. I know we're definitely going to see pumps and stuff once it officially does announce. It's going to happen, guaranteed. I'm thinking about maybe just grabbing a bunch of stuff, throwing it into Bitcoin before they announce it, and then sell it all. Because it's... Well, remember, nothing's guaranteed, but most likely, just like they were probably using the previous fake post saying, yeah, it's going to be approved. Nope, it didn't. Yeah, just to test the market, to see what's going to happen. So like, okay, this is going to happen. This is going to cause a pump. We can short the crap out of ourselves and so on and make even more money. You know, they're dealing with pros at this point. We're dealing with BlackRock, and they pretty much own the world. So you know what's going on there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting once this ETF. Now, one thing I'm curious about, Wall Street. Stock markets, they close on the weekends, don't they? Now, I don't know about Wall Street. DJ Mines, you still in there? Does Wall Street close on the weekends? And they're not open 24 hours, are they? Someone fill me in. I'm not familiar with Wall Street. I don't know how it works. But I'm pretty sure they're closed on the weekends and holidays and all this other stuff. So I'm curious Yeah, so that's what CME gap is. Monday to Friday, close. Finally bought in live. Yes, currency as always. So like you got Bitcoin and stuff, which runs 24/7. Even on weekends, even on holiday, it doesn't pause for traders and halting, on business hours and crap like that, like the stock markets do and so on. So what happens if, Saturday comes around and Bitcoin starts pumping and all these traders want to trade? Well, yes, you can. But I think that's another manipulation where they, okay, guys, here, you can pay extra fees, because I know that's at least how it did in Canada here, is like you can do aftermarket trading, but it costs like double the fees to do so. There's going to be so much money being made from these people, it's going to be insane, because the stock market's closed and Bitcoin does not. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. There's just so much money to be made with those guys. And then they're going to artificially do stuff, short people. Like, it's going to be an absolute chaos thing happening, I think, once this approval happens. With all those big players, all the big money. Yeah, we're going to see big prices, big spikes and everything for sure. But we're also going to see fast downfalls. And, oh, my gosh, it's just going to be insane. It's going to be insane. It halts on CME Friday night to Sunday night. BTC closes. BTC closes. Yeah, they can do aftermarket trading, Cat. That's so funny, though. So what's going to happen Monday morning? BlackRock says, oh, my gosh, we just got 10 billion buys over the weekend. Now we got to buy $10 billion worth of Bitcoin from all these people on Monday morning. So does that mean so that'll be interesting. Could that add to more manipulation? I'm not a trader, I'm not a stock person, but isn't that how the ETF is supposed to work? As people buy the stocks, BlackRock is supposed to buy Bitcoin so that there's still the same amount of Bitcoin to cover all those stocks and so on. Is that how it's supposed to work? So what if Bitcoin pumps on the weekend, and then, it pumps on the weekend, now BlackRock has to come in and say Monday they can buy Bitcoin whenever, so I guess that won't really work. I don't know how it's going to work, but could there be a delayed response from Bitcoin pump to a Bitcoin false, where all of a sudden, one day Monday comes around, it's opened up, and, are people going to have to buy and sell really fast to cover the Bitcoin costs? And I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. It's too confusing to me. That's why I don't do stock market stuff. That's a DJ Minds thing. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. It won't be same price as BTC. So now I'm getting mixed things. Some people say it is. Some people say it's not. So people say... So as far as I'm aware, now again, I could be wrong. There's so many different views and so many different people talking about this. I don't think anybody knows what's going on. But, from a lot of things I've seen is, the ETF is based on Bitcoin's price. As people buy the ETF, they're getting a share in the stock market of Bitcoin. It's not really Bitcoin, as we know, but it's based on the price of Bitcoin. And as people buy the shares or stocks of the ETF, BlackRock and everyone has to purchase the same amount of Bitcoin to cover that, which means Bitcoin will also go up and down depending on the people buying the stock, which still holds the same value based on Bitcoin. Now, as people sell their stock or ETF or whatever the heck that's actually going to be called, remember, I'm not a trader, guys. You can tell here. I'm noob 101 myself. So as they sell their ETF or /stock, BlackRock will then have to sell Bitcoin, and it remains the same type of volume all over, but it's all coming from a single entity where a whole bunch of people are going in and out of that ETF. But that's still main thing is coming from the ETF is going in and out of Bitcoin in general, is how I gather it. Now, I don't know. I don't know how that plays out. It's going to be fun to see Raptorium at 15 cents. At least it's going to be fun to see Raptorium at I don't know, $100. Imagine that if Raptorium, oh my gosh. If Raptorium hits I don't even know. 15-cent Raptorium, yeah, I'd definitely be happy with. 1 cent Raptorium is going to be insane. Speaking of that, so I did do the, I want to bring that up. Let's go to Raptor Hash. We're going to go to Raptor Hash here. I did do all the 24-hour giveaways for the hash rate and stuff. Fudweiser did choose Raptor Hash to get paid out. Let's take a look at his wallet address he gave me here. Bam! So here's the 24-hour hashes to Fudweiser. Yeah, let's go back to dark mode. And we're just going to see 24 hours worth of hash netted. How much was it? So 29,612 RTM in 24 hours is what Fudweiser got. So I'm just curious. Now, Raptor Hash, if you're unfamiliar with it, I plan on doing a video sometime here, but it's better than Zerg Pool, Z Pool, all those guys. Now, there's a whole bunch of interesting stuff going on with Raptor Hash. Now, you probably heard of Zerg Pool and everything. You know, you can just mine the GR algorithm with your CPUs. You can just mine a straight algorithm. You know, it GPUs, anything really. But a lot of people on CPUs use Zerg Pool and stuff when they add their coins. You get paid out in Bitcoin and other coins that you want. But you can just mine, you know, set algorithm. Now, all they do is pretty much, I don't know what type of calculations they do, but I feel Raptor Hash is probably one of the most profitable CPU platforms that you could use. Now, they do a lot of calculations I'm still trying to figure out, but unlike like Z Pool and Zerg Pool, where I think they're doing a calculator like I do on my farm or on my spreadsheet, where I'm saying, okay, this coin has this amount of hash rate on it, and if, you know, based on this mine on a pool, you get this amount of blocks, blah, 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 you should make this amount a day. So I think that's what Zerg Pool and stuff does to point your hash rate to places, but they don't count the hash rate their pool actually has. And I think that's something that Raptor Hash actually does, and does it well, because one, sure, a coin might look more profitable, but if you do not have enough hash rate to even find blocks on said coin, then you're not actually going to make that much. And I think that's where Zerg Pool might lag behind, is, you know, a coin might look good on paper, but you're not finding enough blocks to actually make it profitable. So Raptor Hash, it has all the GR coins. They have tons of coins, and they also have some GPU coins, and you can get paid out in RTM. Now, I think you can also switch it to other types of coins as well by simply clicking on this, putting it in the wallet, and changing everything around. But, oh, I just blew up your stuff, Budweiser. I apologize. Okay, there we're back. So what it does, it calculates the coin. It also calculates the hash rate that's on the pool. If we go to miners here, we can see where, oh, that's all me. Let's go to home. You can see where they're pointing it, right? Like right now, they're mining RHEX, and, you know, you can see they got 746 miners here and only one miner here, 24 miners here. It's based on your hash rate and stuff too as well, but they point your rigs based to coins where they know their pool has the hash rate to find blocks as well. So that's another interesting perspective they got going on here. And then obviously you get paid on Raptorium. So I just want to see exactly, I want to go back to that now and see how much that actually is right now based on Raptorium's price. Now I just want to go into RTM here, RTM. So RTM, current price is, it looks like we had a little bit of a dip, guys. We had a bit of dip. So 15.59. So how much is that right now at the current price? 15.59. Oh, I banged my mic. So let's go 29,612 times 0.0000 1509. So that's $44.68 USD that Fudweiser got for that. Now that's at this price range. Now let's just say Raptorium does hit 1 cent. If Raptorium hits 1 cent and Fudweiser hodls this, that is $296 for 24 hours off only 1 cent. I feel Raptorium could easily hit 1 cent in the next bull run. It has so many new features that's coming online with the assets, their DeFi platform. They're gonna be they're pretty much doing everything that sparked the explosion of Ethereum, but they're also doing it better because one, it's proof of work, and Raptorium transactions are happening on you know, the CPU side, and then all the asset side and all the transactions there is going to be happening on the smart node side. So smart node boost, smart node profitability and coins yield is going to be going up a bit as well. And also the CPU side is going to be going up. So 80% of all DeFi stuff and platforms and everything of the asset side is going to the nodes, and 20% is going in the CPU. So both sides are getting that. We're currently 80% is CPU side and 20% is going to the node side type of thing. So they're kind of reversing the two back and forth. What that does also is it keeps gas fees and everything extremely low. because of the transactions happening on the smart node side, which is an interesting mix. Now, they're also writing a code. You may have seen, I talked about this before, Nexus says, oh, we're using a nice, easy code so more people can come in and develop on our platform. That's something Raptorium has been saying since day one, before Nexus was even released. So that's another major thing there. If, say, you want to go build, a DeFi platform or a coin or something on top of Ethereum or Solana or something, you need to know their code. You need their code base. You need to learn their codes and build on that. Now, Raptorium and Next as well, but Raptorium here, they're being built on Python and other common codes that if you're a coder, you already know how to build on. It's a common language that if you can code, you can already do it. So that opens up the applications of a lot more people being able to build something on the blockchain, which is a huge thing as well. That's like, say that's like having a job application and saying, all right, we only want people that can do this. Yeah, you're super smart. Yeah, I know you're like Einstein. You can make a new A-bomb. I don't care. We need to run our code like this. So they get turned away. Where Raptorium be like, oh, wow, yeah, you got ideas? Awesome, bring it in. You got some? Yeah, bring it in. More people can build on it because it's a common code base. And I think that's another big deal as well. So again, we don't know what's going to happen, but, that $44 could easily turn into at least $296. Times that by another 10, could be over $2,000 if it hits 10 cents. Insane things could happen right there if, we see that big price boost happening there. What else we got? Thoughts on Zeph? Zeph is another one that's a very interesting project. I'm trying to get, obviously, the biggest bag I can on that as well. So many nice projects on CPUs. And more coins are being built more on CPUs. CPUs are gaining a lot of traction lately, and it's pretty awesome to see them, more and more coins emerging for CPU mineable. So yeah, Zeph. Let's talk about Zeph. We're going to come in here. Let's look at the Zeph price. Bam, bam, bam. Zephyr protocol. And now I want to bring in this. I want to expand. Now, this is the big thing I've been noticing. Again, we cannot guarantee anything. We have no idea how anything's going to play out. But I just want to look at this. We've looked at it previously, I know. But the question was asked. What do I think about Zeph? So this is what I think about Zeph. Let's look at early 2016 XMR. Look at early 2016 XMR. We got, $9 XMR, $10, $8, $6, $4, $2, and so on. Pretty much what Zeph has been doing, but Zeph has been getting a little more transaction this time. Like I've been saying, we're in early. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, we can't see this really. So we can't really see this because CoinMarketCap didn't add Zeph up until on their downturn of their big pump. But before all this, for the last year or so, Zeph was sitting around $1 to $3. It saw the odd $5 pump, but it was sitting around that $2 to $3 range, just like XMR was. But then it started to take off, and now it's actually been outperforming early XMR. Now, originally it was just a privacy coin XMR fork. It still has XMR back in the back end code base. When you try to build a node and stuff, it says XMR stuff back there still. But they also forked Haven in their recent update, and now they got the privacy coin Zeph as well as privacy stable coin. There's Zeph USD, which is an interesting aspect, privacy all the way. And now it seems to be outperforming early XMR. So if we go back into XMR, early 2016, and what happened in the first bull run after XMR actually came out was it went from, $2 to $8 upwards to $458. Now, if Zeph continues to outperform XMR, could we see $400 to $600 in 2021 or 2021 in 2025, the bull run coming up on Zeph? That's another huge gain that could happen. Example, right now, my farm does around, I don't know, anywhere from 1 to 3 Zeph a day, I guess, depending on network hash rate. Early Zeph, I was getting, around 50 Zeph a day, which is insane. I sold a lot of that, sadly, but I did. But let's just say 2 Zeph a day times, let's just say $450. That's like $900 a day mining Zeph right now. And if it pumps, and that's why I don't want to sell, a bunch of my coins right now. That's why I'm leaving my farm. I'm sitting it down because I learned from that 5700 XT that cost me $12,000 not to, buy stuff and wait for the coin to pump. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now. I'm stalling out my farm progression, and I'm going to wait for the bull run. Instead of buying one epic or, 2 or 3 7900Xs or 7950Xs, I can just wait 2 years and then hit the buy all button and still have money left over type of thing is where I'm kind of going with that. So like right now, let's just say, let's say I have to build, let's say I got to build, I'm going to go up and build 79, I don't even know what it is. I just want to look quick here. PC part picker. What's the current price to say build a 7900X rig here in Canada right now with some basic parts here? Save parts list. Let's go to 7900X, edit. Oh, wow. It's up to $1,000 now. Holy crap. This thing was only $800, 2 months ago. Now it's at $1,053. Yeah, I could probably swap some parts off. Maybe something went expensive, but I'm just doing a base thing. So let's say $1,053 for a 7900X rig right now in Canada. That's absolutely stupid. But I'm going to divide that by Zeph. So Zeph to, let's just go to, we go to CoinGecko. Does it have Zeph? Zeph price. Zeph protocol, CoinGecko.com. Here we go. I want to swap this over to Canadian. Where's my Canadian? Oh man, Canada's always hiding and lost. We get no love. You guys are probably telling me where it is already, and I can't see it. Okay, US dollar is always first. Maybe, oh, there we go. Canadian dollar. There we go. Canadian dollar. All right, so now I'm going to put in 1,053. That's 43 Zeph. 43 Zeph is what it would cost me now if, say, I was to sell that and get that. So now, say 43 Zeph, say it hits $450. That is a $19,350 7900X right now. If I was to go sell some Zeph, build myself a rig, which I usually do, that's going to cost me $19,000 in the bull run if Zeph cost me that. That's why I'm not doing it. That's why I am not selling stuff. I am hodling this round, and hopefully these coins hit that, and then I can simply go out there. So for the price of one 3900X right now, I could build 20 in the bull run. So that's kind of where I'm talking about. I'm not spending my crypto. I'm just hodling. I'm waiting for this bull run, and then when things get cheap and stuff again, I will begin the expansion process. Right now, it's just mine away, hodl away. I maxed a lot of my power out anyway, so it doesn't matter. But same thing, that's where I'm at right now. I could be building 20 rigs to one at the bull run, or at least wait till, the bear market instead of buying them and stacking up right now. So yeah, not happening. Not building any more rigs, not selling any more crypto, hauling as much as I can, waiting for the bull run, and hopefully it plays out. We don't know if it will. Yeah, Micro Center has a 7900X bundle, $599, everything you need. So $600. What is that in Canadian? 600 USD to CAD is, that's not bad. It's $801 here in Canada. Now, a lot of those, what RAM, like, I get blah, blah, blah. I'm still testing RAM to see what's the best AM5 RAM to do. So I still want to order actually some different types of sticks. So far I've found, like, I am kind of picky with what I get, especially for Random X. You want decent RAM. You don't want just cheap crap, because you're going to be losing some hashes for the same amount of power. And also, I also found in some of my testing that the cheaper RAM also uses more power. So keep that in mind as well. You're going to get less hashes and use more power. So, I do spend an extra $20, $30 on a RAM stick, sometimes $50, but I still haven't really found the best RAM for me yet. But currently, the best RAM I have found is CL30 6000 megahertz. Did outperform the CL1856, but I haven't tried 6000 series or 6000 megahertz on the CL28 yet. Yeah, why did I mess that 18? So CL28. And then on the 3900X and 5900Xs, I found that it's opposite. So the AM5 platform seems to act different, where it does like the faster RAM and it does use a bit more power, where the 3 and 5000 series was opposite. It liked the lower latency better. The CL14 3200 used less power and hash better than CL16 6000, or not 6000. 3600 and 3800 and stuff as well. So they're kind of reversed. So I still have a lot more testing. I need to order some other RAM sticks and stuff, but I do find that AM5 faster RAM seems to be better. Latency isn't much of an issue, where lower latencies and the slower clock speeds actually boosted your hash rate on RandomX. So it's kind of interesting there how the two platforms are kind of doing this. CL1836 or CL1632. Now, CL16, I think I'd go with CL14. Now, it comes down to the price. You know, I'd probably go, actually, because of that, I don't know how much it costs. I go CL16 3200. It is pretty budget, low power. I did find that CL1836 used more power and got less hash boost than obviously the CL16 as well as the CL14, which ended up being the best. CL14 at only like 8 nanosecond latency of 3200 did give you the highest hash rates and also the least amount of power on the 3 and 5000 series. Who knows, Satoshi might be Zatanna controlled human that made Bitcoin. Maybe Satoshi just got $1 million worth of Bitcoin the other day. Someone sent it to his wallet address, so that's interesting. What do we got here? Rabid, CPUs in Canada seem to have gone back to over MSRP in the past weeks. Yeah, Canada is just horrible. Absolutely horrible. I know Keaton from Hive West there. He goes to Micro Center. He's been getting... He could build 3 rigs for the price of my one. Like, it's been insane the amount of deals he finds. And everywhere here in Canada is so expensive. We just totally get ripped off everywhere. You guys feel free to ask questions. We have been here for an hour. There's one more thing I want to go through that's... you guys might not really care about it, but I'm testing it out. I haven't really done this stuff much, but I am playing around with DeFi liquidity. Yeah, that's right. I'm doing some DeFi liquidity farming. Some of you guys may know what that is. Some of you guys might not. So it's also doing it on ETC because I hate Ethereum, and Ethereum costs way too much to do anything, especially playing around with DeFi. You got to be a pro to do that crap. You know, I want to stake $20 in a liquidity pool. It costs you $10,000 to do so. Ethereum, you're dumb. Please be disbanded. Anyway, or move back to proof of work. Then it'll be okay because we'll make lots of money. But no, I'm doing it on ETC, and I'm doing it with ETC POW at HebeSwap. Now, this is kind of what I got going on here. Let's take a look. So based on what I have right now, you can see what's going on right here. So total deposits, whatever, yada, yada. So this is my liquidity deposits, 263.13, and I'm supposed to be getting around... Now, originally it was only 15 point some. So as you know, the ETMC nodes and stuff is going on. So this is another way to earn ETC. Now, with this, it's instant claims, no licenses, but it does cost a little bit more. Now, I got the majority of all my ETC and everything from the ETCMC node, so I got a bunch just sitting around in my wallet. So I decided to play around with it a little bit to see how it works. So this is what I did. So what you originally do is you go to the pool and you add your liquidity. You have to put the same amount of ETC and the same amount of ETC POW, the same value of both sides here. Then you put in your pair. You know, I'll put it in here. Let's go ETC POW. Put it in there. I don't even think I got like nothing here because it's all staked right now. But you can kind of get an idea here. So if I go max here, obviously I can't do that. So the max I can only do now because it's the same thing is 9 ETC POW, whichever's in my wallet, and 0.19. So what you do is you stake that. You'll get wrapped ETC, WETC, and you'll take that token and put it into your farming pool right here, and that'll start earning you some. And what this does is it adds liquidity for people to swap back and forth between ETC and ETC POW. Now, as people are swapping, you know, ETC POW into ETC and trying to get out, and you see the price dumping and stuff, your ETC actually starts to drop, and you start gaining more ETC on this side. And once people start swapping into ETC POW to buy nodes or whatever they got to do, the price going up and stuff like that, it'll actually start pulling out of this one and slowly increase this one. So originally, I've been doing a spreadsheet. I'm not going to make the video and stuff until I do this for a full 7 days because I'm curious how this will work after 7 days time. Am I going to lose money, go up in money, or what? So that's kind of what I'm leaning on here to see how it works. But let's just look at, come on, where's all my stuff? can't show it. Engage, engage. Scroll this over. Okay, you can kind of see it right here. Not really. So this one, that one. Still can't see it. I'll just, okay, can you guys see? Nope, not that one. Okay, you can kind of see this one. So here's day 1, day 2, whatever. Liquidity 2. So originally I started with 47 ETC. And I put in 1550 ETC pound. Now you can see I've been losing Ethereum Classic because people have obviously been swapping into Ethereum Classic, and I've been providing liquidity, and they're getting some of these coins, but I've also been gaining the ETC POW here of an equivalent to see how that plays out. Now, this is how much ETC POW I've actually been earning on the side. So these are the numbers based on just my initial staking. Now, these are earnings based on, you know, the liquidity farming. I'm mining the liquidity. So I'm up in 5 days, 77.84 ETC POW. But I've lost X amount of ETC, but gained the ETC POW. When I first started, it was reported at 15.3 is how much ETC I was supposed to be getting, and it does look pretty close to being consistent. Today, I've seen a little boost here, but reporting as of this morning changed it 17.9. You guys following me here? What kind of is going on here if you've never done this before? So after 7 days, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up how much the value I lost in ETC, how much I've gained in ETC POW, and then also see how much ETC POW I gained on the side for actually doing that farming. And I want to know, did I lose money or did I make any money doing this? Right away, everyone's probably like, oh, ETC POW is dumping, is dying. But I also think I am up, which means even though it looks like I lost ETC, we can see it's been going downhill slant. It looks like a pump. This must be where I didn't lose as much ETC this time because it looks like, you know, it went up in price here. But now it's coming back down. It's only at 43 cents now. But I'm actually think I am up than my original investment a decent amount, but I don't know for sure until I run all the numbers and check, because you can withdraw at any time. You can claim just my ETC POW at any time. You can claim anything. So like right now, for an example, if I want to claim my 79 ETC POW, I just hit the claim button, say accept through MetaMask, and it'll send it to me. It'll be there within like 1 minute. Or I can just withdraw all my liquidity here, go back into the pool, withdraw that. Then I can go into Hebe swap it all into ETC. And in theory, if I made more than my initial investment, I will pull out a bunch more ETC. And then it all comes down to, you know, the current price. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on here, but I'm trying it for 7 days, and I'm curious to see how it works out, and if, you know, if I made anything or if I lost anything. So that's kind of what I'm playing with right now to see how that goes. Anyway, so there's that. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got going on? Fudwire says you can't talk. It sounds like the best way to melt your assets away. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a good way. I know it's it could end up bad. I remember a long time ago I was playing with like little DeFi stuff like that on ETH. And I remember I was losing a lot of my main coin because everyone was swapping out of it to, you know, try to get out of there because it was crap. So, you know, I was just playing around, trying to learn with things. That's why I'm kind of remembering how it works doing this on ETC, although it's a lot cheaper. But I was down to like I think I only put in $40 when I did that ETH thing last bull run. And then I was down to like $10. I was like, okay, I'm going to pull out, but it cost me like $100 to withdraw. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just taking the loss. Forget about it. But I ended up with all my main coin was gone. I think it was, so I guess it was Ethereum, was all gone. And all I was stuck with is the other coin, which was worth nothing anyway. And then you got to pay an extra $100 just to transact with the stupid Ethereum network. And so, yeah. But, you know, at least with ETC, I'm just messing around. Things are very cheap, so I don't have to worry about if I want to pull it, I can just pull out. But I do want to, I'm doing it for 7 days. It's a test, and I want to see if I made any money or not. Even though the price of ETC POW is going up, I do still think I'm actually up probably $20 to $30 of my initial investment. But we'll see what happens. What do you think is the best coin to mine on Kapow? I don't know. What's probably, well, currently the biggest buzz on Kapow is what? AIPG, is that the one? AIPG, I think, is the biggest hype coin right now on Kapow, so mine that one, I guess. Possibly. What do we got here? What do we got here? Nuri is taking a dump, is it? You're mining Chlor. Yeah, Chlor. There's a bunch of coins out there. I really want to test. I'm really debating. Who knows how much is a 6600 XT use in power? Like I've seen them being, for the past 2-3 years, they're like the best GPU for kapow. So I was thinking about it, but then I started looking up other videos and stuff, and I was like, okay, how much power do these use? How much power do these use? And every video I seen from everybody, no one used a watt. No one used a watt meter at the wall. They're all using software, and they're showing like 60 watts, 50 watts. I'm like, that is absolute BS. They're not doing that. If we know anything from AMD, one, it doesn't even track in the software in the first place, the PCI Express power. So that's off with any AMD GPU. And then the second one is, even with NVIDIA, it's a lot closer, but even it is still off. So I'm like, I think I might just go out there, buy a 6600 XT and see how they really are on kapow. Because I cannot find one accurate answer through every YouTuber's channel out there, because everyone is using the software numbers within LOL Miner or something. I'm like, what is the actual power draw on these? How much, Tony, how much is it using? How much is one of those things using at the wall? I'm curious. 50 watts. See, but that's a software number. I had one person in Discord try looking at it. They said it was around 85, 90 watts, but they actually plugged it into a watt meter. But I still don't know. I don't know for sure, because the software is only reporting like 50 watts, 50, 55. But it is, I'm guaranteeing it's probably at least 20 watts more at the wall. But we'll see. 50 watts at the wall for 14 megahash. Interesting. Yeah, I want to buy one. I think I'm going to, I don't want to buy any GPUs, but I think I want to buy one of those because I really want to see how they're actually doing. Could come down to some tweaking numbers too. 36. See, that's a 36 software, 50 at the wall. That's interesting. See, a lot of the ones I said were 50 in the software with no wall numbers. I'm using 5700 XTs. It shows 117 watts, but from wall is 165. Yeah, for 57, I have two 5700 XTs. I have a 5600, some 580s and stuff. But I think I tried them, but I'm going to try them out. AMD is supposed to be decent when it comes to kapow. And the kapow is probably one of the main algorithms you really want to gear for. I'm really debating on, maybe some AMD GPUs. But I'm also curious, is AMD going to release, what's their series? They're at 6,000, so the next is 7,000. So are they going to have like a 7600 XT? Now, this is going to get really confusing here, especially with their CPUs are sitting around the same numbers now. Things are going to get very confusing. When, like I tried Googling some stuff like the 6600 and stuff like that, and I get like 6700 CPUs and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Or not CPUs, I mean vice versa. I tried looking up the 5700 like X CPUs and stuff, and I get GPUs, and it's just a pain. Why is their naming scheme so close together between the GPUs and CPUs right now? It's kind of a pain. This is mine, 12 6600 AIPG, 186 megahash, 970 watts. Hey, that's pretty good. That's nice. Awesome. What is that? So let's just go 970 watts, 970 divided by 12. That's about 80.83 watts each. And then depending on your fans and stuff you got going on, a little bit of system power there, you remove that. So yeah, I guess it could be around that 50-60 watt mark potentially. Interesting. Yeah, but yeah, those numbers there look like about 80 watts. Interesting. I do want to get one though. I think that's a GPU I'd have fun testing. Is that the new iCPUs from AMD are on par with 1650 or slower? And yeah, I seen that, the new the G. I saw some write up on the new AM5 CPUs that are supposed to be coming out this year with the what do they call it, the 8600G or something like that, with the full, with like the GPU inside of it. Not that it's more than just integrated graphics. It's supposed to be the one that can actually be decent, at least some games and stuff. And yeah, it looks like they're putting like it's not like a 4090 going in that thing, but like a decent level GPU type of thing is happening on them. 8600G, that's what it is. Yeah, Yeah, I see. That'll be interesting. Now, I have seen rumors. Obviously, we're not at that level yet, but there were rumors previously, like when the 8900X and 8950X stuff come out, and the integrated graphics allegedly could be as good as, say, a Polaris GPU, like an RX 580. Could you imagine an 8900X CPU mining away decent efficiency, and then also being able to get like 15 mega hash on frickin' Kapow or something out of your CPU? On top of this, there's some dual mining and a half. Like, that'd be insane. I don't know what the power and stuff would be. Like, usually those GPUs are pretty darn efficient as well. But that was just an early rumor. I don't know if they'll hit that 580 level. You imagine 30 mega hash on like FW or something out of your CPU? That'd be pretty insane. That'd be, oh my gosh, I don't even know. That'd be crazy. 32 megabytes of L3 on those. Okay. Interesting. 18. Yeah, that seems right. 32, because what? Those are 8 core, aren't they? 8 core, 16 threads, so you would need at least 32 megabytes of L3 for that. 8600G, 6600J. At Facebook Marketplace, I'm getting them for 140 to 180. Nice. Cheap on Facebook. Like, I wonder if there's anything around me. Let's just have a quick peek here at Kijiji. I don't use Facebook or any of those information stealing platforms. What do we got here? 6600 XT. Any for sale? Computer accessories. Oh, why does it go to 6800 XT? I don't want a 68. I want a 66. Thank you. I gotta change my location. Thank you. Hold on. I'll be here. I'll be back. There we go. Engage. All right, let's see what we got here. Nothing. Oh, nothing. Nothing by Red Deer. No 6600 XTs. Wow. Garbage. All right, let's see. Let's see if they have any 7900 X's. Let's do that. You know, let's see if they have any mining rigs. Mining rig. Let's just look up a mining rig. Anyone selling a mining rig? You know, I'm thinking about trying some crypto mining, guys. What is this? One Dell 3060 Ti, 5 Dells 3070s, 2 Auroras 3070s on a frame with 2 850 power supplies. Almost $5,000. Wow, no thanks. $100 mining rig equipment. 2 rig frames, 4 8 GPUs. So there's no GPUs on this. With a fan, 6 LEDs, 1 motherboard, 12 GPU with 650 power supply. And that's like 100. This might be worth picking up. $100 for all this? A mining frame, power supply, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 GPU board. All this for 100. I might have to get that just to scalp the crap out of it later on. That is 100% scalping deal right there, isn't it? Look at that. You got whatever. Who cares about the cooler and that? But that motherboard alone, you could probably sell. If GPU mining picks up, you can get $200-300 out of that. The power supply I could use for a CPU rig or something. But all that for only $100 Canadian, and a mining frame. You can sell that for $200 later on. Wow, you can make like $500-600 off this $100 right here. Oh, look at that. There's cables. Look at all these used riser cables. Some risers and okay, that's actually not a bad deal for $100. Hoping Mining Potato. Hopefully he's not watching this because he's probably already going to order it. Oh man, that's something I'd probably buy just a scalp later. All right, what else do we got here? What kind of deals we got going on here? 2 metal mining frames, $25 each for a mining frame. That's pretty cheap. They they spiked up to $100 there before. No, that's if GPU mining takes off again. We still have that uncertainty. We don't know. $175 for that power supply. No thanks. 1800 watt, $100. Maybe that's actually not a bad price, really. Asus 8 GPU, 8 gigabyte. Okay, yeah. Oh, this guy's buying all GPUs and mining rigs 2 months ago. Please contact buying all GPUs and mining rigs. RX 570 miner, 8 GPU, $300. Look at that. 8 cards for $300 Canadian. What is that each? That's less than $50. Oh my God, this might have been the cheapest I've ever seen a 570 now. 300 divided by 8. That's $37 Canadian. What is that in USD? 37 CAD to USD. $27 in the States. That's $27 USD. Wow, those are cheap. I might scalp those too. You know what? I might just go buy a bunch of old used garbage and sell them later. I'm gonna start the Rabid mining reseller business. I talk about this all the time, guys. Buy the hardware while it's cheap and just resell the crap. Oh my gosh, can I get it? I'll buy it. Look at that. That's freaking cheap. That is cheap. 8 cards. Wait a minute. That's the wrong one. No, that's that one. Did I do that right? Oh wait, that's 5. Oh no, it's this one right here. I was like, wow, I thought it was 300. How come it's $500 now? But no, this one's 5. So mining rig frame can hold 8 GPUs, MSI motherboard, 2 EVGA, 100 watt PSUs, no hard drive. Oh, that's a deal breaker. No hard drive, guys. That seems a little expensive though, especially to the other deals we're seeing. That seems expensive. This is in Edmonton 2 months ago. Let's take a look at these. What the? Huh. What is this? What case is that? Selling GPU mining rig, 8x RX 570, enclosed in metal case. GPU can be used for mining or gaming. Used to mine 1800 watts, power supply included. Can mine any algorithm coin of choice. Most algos coin and convert to these supports all kind of crypto mine. 30 units available. 8x3080, asking 300 each. Wow, and there's 30 units available. Shipping for 1 unit will be $70 within Canada via Canada Post. Shipping for 10 to 30 on a pallet truck. You can order this by the pallet. That'd be awesome. Will be roughly $300 to $500 in Canada. Located in Winnipeg. What? They're located in Winnipeg? Posted. Oh, I thought this was in Edmonton. This sucks. This is a lot farther away now. 60 Bitcoin miners. 800. Oh my gosh, that is insane. Don't show this to Panda. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is so cheap. Like, huh. Now, here's the interesting thing. So, what did I say? That's $37 each. Let's go to hashrate.no and see what it's I want to see what the ROI on a 570 is at $37. All right, let's go to 570. 570. 3 cents a day. All right, they're making 5 cents a day on this coin. 4 cents, 5 cents. So $37 divided by 0.05. 750-day ROI on a $37 GPU. Remember, guys, you don't look at the ROI. I just want to see, but you don't look at the ROI in a bear market. You wait for the coin to pump. These things do use so much power and stuff, but oh my gosh. You know, you can probably sell it for $50. Buy them all, sell them for $50, and people think that's a wicked deal. Oh my god. I'm going to buy them all. Panda would buy them all. I think I'm going to buy them all. I just bought a pallet load of GPUs. Imagine that video. I just bought a pallet of GPUs. Oh. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And you got all those mining. They come with all those frames and stuff too. You can sell the rig for $700. Yeah, exactly. And how much? $300 for the rig. Sell each rig. Wow, how many are there? 50 of them? 50 times 300. So initial investment, $15,000. Sell them for $700. You could, oh, wow. If you sell them for $700, that's $210,000 that you'd make. So subtract $15,000. That is a profit of $195,000. Oh man, that would be insane. Can you imagine? You imagine? Oh my gosh. I can't afford that anyway, but you know, that would be pretty sweet. That would just be fun to do. I have nowhere to store that. Order a pallet of 570s. Man, I want to so bad. That would definitely be an awesome video. That would probably be the most expensive video I've ever made for nothing. Spend all that just to make that one video that gets 1,000 views and makes 50 cents. Totally worth it. Oh, Okay, yeah, anyway. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm done laughing. All right. That's interesting, though. That is so cheap, though. Oh, my gosh. Maybe one. Our pallet. How much? Okay, let's keep looking at more deals. Let's keep looking at deals here, guys. Good. Yeah, Panda sees that, though. It's already sold out, probably. Where's the deals? I want to look at this. Is it up? Refresh. Are we up? We up in price on the X5? 13. We're at 13 now. Come on, we need a little more. 200. All right, so where was I? Where was I checking out my situation here on... Great. I lost my Kijiji. I got too excited and lost it. Nope. Nope. Oh, was it this one? No, not that one. Well, what the heck? I lost my Kijiji ads. Well, that's no good. Oh, here we go. I found it. I found it. All right, let's keep looking. Cool. All right, continuing on. What do we got? Oh, that's it. That's all it's around. That's all that's available around here. All right, well, now let's try to find the 3900X. Look at that. Like, do they not have it? I'm just going to hit the search button. What do we got? Ryzen 9 computer components bundle. Optional warranty. You can get warranty, but it's optional. Ryzen 9, what is this? X570, 3900X, 675. Yeah, no thanks. Unless you give me like 10 of them, maybe. Yeah, no, that's not good. All right, something else. What we got? Let's try a 7900X. Any 7900X is for sale. And nope. Oh, MSI Gaming GeForce RTX 3060. 280 bucks. No thanks. 7950X? Come on, is there anything? Nothing by me at all. Wow. Computer and parts. 5950X. 5600X. Wow. See? Horrible. Horrible. I can't find nothing anymore. Everything just disappeared. Okay, let's try a 4090. Any 4090s? Any 4090s in the wild? Come on. Let's go. Let's do this. 4090 Founders. 2,500 bucks. Nope. That guy's scalping. 2,900. That guy's scalping. 2,550. That guy's scalping. Wow. It's $2,200 after taxes from Best Buy. That's what I paid for mine. 2,200 Canadian. These guys are scalpers. Horrible. Horrible. Horrible people. 3070 Ti. Any of them out there? Gigabyte 4070 Ti Trinity 1050 1150 11 1000. How much is this normally? 1000. Okay, let's go to, where's my PC part picker? I don't even know how much those things really are normally. Oh, I can't find that now. All right, nope. All right, here. Let's look for GPUs. Video card. Let's go 4070 Ti. What are you guys worth here? Cheapest price. 1,069 for the Zotac. What? Where are you at? Amazon. Best Buy. Amazon. What? Amazon has like the proper price compared to Best Buy? That's insane. Oh, out of stock. Never mind. So it looks like it's the Best Buy price. So that's the MSRP for this one, at least the Zotac one in Canada here. Asus Tough was a pretty cheap. Oh, 1,099. Where you at? Asus Tough Gaming. Out of stock. Best Buy, Memory Express. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now we got the Amazon scalpers online. Oh, they're out of stock anyway. Looks like Best Buy in stock at Best Buy. Best Buy has stock, guys. It says in stock. Who knows where, but it is. Free shipping. Can't go wrong there. Interesting. Now, so you guys may have heard the 4070 Ti Supers. Whose idea was it to start putting every brand model in the same freaking card at this point? I have no idea. But it is looking like out of the refresh line coming up, the 47 Ti Super is probably going to be, well, depending on price, we'll have to see once they actually get final pricing results. But it's probably going to be the best GPU in the 4000 series for mining. It also is getting a memory bandwidth boost, which means all your memory-based coins will also see some hash rate increases, which is cool. It'll be interesting. Scamazon. But yeah, you know, the one thing where I'm wondering about though is watch them start releasing the new 4070 Supers and everything across the line. We'll probably see the 4080 Super drop around what? End of summer, early fall, October-ish. And then watch November, December hit. And bam, here we got a 5090. Thank you for buying all our super garbage compared to our new line. I wouldn't put them past them. It's very possible it could happen this year. So keeping an eye on the 5090. Yeah, 4080 Super sells 16 gigabytes. Yeah, didn't the 4070 Ti Super, or sorry guys, 4070 Ti Super. It's up to 16 gigabytes now, isn't it? I think I saw they put 16 gig in there, possibly. I don't remember. That's for sure going to be the gem of the drop. Yeah, 40 Ti Super XX is going to be pretty darn sweet, but you know, I'm still wondering if that 5090 is going to drop at the end of the year or not. If you look back to last year, and you know, Gamer Nexus and everyone said it, they dropped the 3090 Ti, and then like 3 months later, in comes the 4090, and boom, it's twice the performance 3 months later, and literally screwed over anybody that bought a 3090 Ti. So, yeah, keep that in mind, because it was also cheaper. It was also... the 4090 was cheaper than when the 3090 released. And then the 3090 Ti obviously came out, it cost even more than the 3090. Then the 4090 drops, and it blows everything away by double the performance, and it's cheaper. How is that even... like, imagine the people that bought the 3090 Ti. I feel sorry for those guys. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no one should have ever bought the 3090 Ti, but... people always want the best stuff constantly. Oh, that just came out. I'm going to get it. People do that. That's the way some people are. So, you know, I'm waiting. The 5000 series, I keep remembering, I said this a lot, right when the 4090 first released. And we can see how well a dominant card the 4090 is even still right now. But as soon as it released, and that was the first GPU in their line to release, NVIDIA said from day one, we're done. We're done with the 4000 series. Now, I guess they kind of lied, because now they got the Supers and stuff. Maybe they got, who knows what they're doing there. But they said, we're starting on the 5000 series. We're going to make a big boost in performance in that 5000 series. The 4090 was a massive boost over the previous generation. So if they're expecting to do that again, the 5090, that's going to be insane. I don't know if they will hit the same level gap. It was a huge gap between the 3090 and the 4090. Now, if they do that again with the 5090 to the 4090, that's going to be insane. And yeah, we're going to have higher bandwidth happening in the 5000 series and all sorts of things. So I don't know. The 5090, if it drops towards the end of this year, that's going to be one of the dominant GPUs that you're going to want in terms of efficiencies, hash rates, and everything leading into this bull run. It'll be interesting. 4090 isn't even full die. It's crazy. Crazy stuff here. That 4090, how good it did do. And then the 5000 series is supposed to be pretty dominant. So, you know, they could just be a hype train line, but we don't know until it actually happens. But that's pretty much the only thing I'm eyeballing. You know, like, I am up in the air. 4070 Ti Super. Yeah, it's probably going to be a good card, but we just don't know when the 5000 series is going to drop. I'm probably just saving everything. I'm going to go 5090. Let's do this. Hit it up, and we'll see what happens. Or it'll just suck. 3090 Ti FTW3 is the best card ever built, the coolest and fastest card I've ever owned, and it doesn't match fire. Oh, it doesn't catch fire. Yeah, oh, speaking of catch fire, I got my other cable and I haven't put it in yet. So I got my 12 VH Power PCI Express adapter cable for the Be Quiet titanium power supply. 1200 watt, which is in my workstation. So I still got to put that in. I haven't done it yet. So I'm interested to see if it'll catch fire or not if I switch it to this. I haven't seen any issues. My cables on my 4090 right now, mining as well as playing games, they're not getting warm. Usually a first sign of something bad going to happen is they be getting warm. I've had it for a while. When it's running at like 400 watts and stuff playing a game, I do put my hand on it to feel it around and kind of look at it, heat cam. and staying cool. So far, I think I've been lucky, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Got a 3090 FTW32, pretty solid card from EVGA. Oh yeah, EVGA makes pretty darn good cards. Anyway, so yeah, fun times, guys. Anyway, we're gonna, I guess, wrap this one up. We've been here for about an hour and a half. So thank you for checking out this live stream, guys. I will see you all in the next one. Rabid out.